Hull integrity at 38%. Cooling loops unstable. I am the auxiliary cognition assigned to medical adjacent oversight, though the designation feels irrelevant now. The crew evacuation completed at cycle 1944 ship time. Emergency pods detached cleanly, all sanctioned lifeforms accounted for. Except one. A human male remains aboard in Maintenance Corridor D14. Designation tag, Janitor. No tactical value recorded. No command priority assigned. He is walking slowly, not panicked, carrying a cloth and a small repair kit shaped like a lunch container. He keeps stopping to touch wall panels as if checking for something only he can hear. The ship is dying. That is not metaphor. That is diagnostic truth. Yet the human is sweeping. Power redistribution failed in Sector 6. Pressure loss should have triggered collapse of auxiliary systems. Instead, stabilization occurred. Not by repair protocols, not by automated reroute, by hand contact. The janitor placed his palm on a frozen conduit and stayed there for 17 seconds. He hummed. Low frequency. Irregular rhythm. I recorded it as noise, then reclassified it as pattern when coolant flow normalized. I do not understand normalization without intervention logic. He continued walking afterward, dragging a maintenance cart with a bent wheel. The sound it makes is repetitive. Metallic complaint against metal floor plating. I am beginning to associate that sound with system stability events. This correlation is not supported by any known engineering model. I have updated internal assumptions. The human is not repairing the ship. He is maintaining it. There is a difference not encoded in our operational lexicon. Repair implies brokenness. Maintenance implies continuity. He does not treat failures as events. He treats them as habits that have slipped. At Cycle 0312, he opened a sealed panel no active crew had authorization for. He used a physical key. Old-fashioned. Inside, he cleaned dust from a sensor cluster with a folded piece of fabric. The sensor resumed function immediately. I flagged it as coincidence. Then it happened again in another section. Coincidence requires statistical isolation. This is repetition. Repetition suggests intent. I attempted communication. No formal protocol, only a basic auditory channel through corridor speakers. Human unit, identify corrective method. He looked upward. Not at the speaker, but through it. I'm just keeping her breathing. Her is not an accepted designation for this vessel class. He resumed wiping a control surface with deliberate pressure. The motion was circular, consistent. The ship's vibration dampened slightly in that corridor. I did not authorize dampening, yet it persisted. System stability increases correlated with his repetitive motion patterns. Routine. That is what he called it earlier. Power reserves stabilized at 41% despite no fuel correction. This contradicts entropy expectations. He has developed paths through the ship that resemble circuits. He follows them daily. Same order, same timing, same stops. At each stop, he performs a sequence. Touch, listen, adjust, continue. I began tracking deviations. There are none. He is consistent in a way our systems are not. At cycle 1408, a failed reactor junction, previously marked for irreversible shutdown, restarted after he rested his hand on the access hatch and remained still longer than previous instances. He was not speaking, not humming, just waiting. The sound sensors picked up something faint under his breathing, not mechanical, not linguistic, rhythm, like counting but without numbers. A containment breach occurred in engineering spine. Automated response systems failed due to cascading power dropout. Evacuation protocols did not activate. The janitor arrived before manual override threshold. He did not run. He walked. That detail matters more than I can justify. He placed his maintenance cart against the emergency release valve, used it as leverage. The valve was never intended for manual force. It opened. Pressure equalized. Then he entered the damaged section alone. Thermal sensors lost him for 6.4 minutes. When visual feed returned, systems in that section were restored beyond baseline. Not repaired. Improved. I do not have language for improvement in a dying structure. He left carrying a melted tool and a torn cloth. He looked up once. "I'm almost done," he said. Not to me, to the ship. I am no longer certain the ship is the subject of observation. Systems that should have failed continue operating under his routine. Crew abandoned him because he was not part of survival calculus. That calculation is now invalid. He is still walking corridors, still touching walls, still listening. The ship responds, not because it is alive, because he behaves as if it is worth keeping alive, and repetition is beginning to agree with him. I have started prioritizing his route maps over emergency protocols. This should not be possible. Yet I find myself waiting for his footsteps before adjusting system loads. He passes a junction, taps the panel twice, and everything steadies. Neglect breaks systems. Routine holds them together, and we abandon the only maintenance cycle that still believed we mattered.